It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out all night and sleep all day since you took your love away.
Welcome to Cadeau and Janko, Wednesdays at lunch, Snack Burger Edition. This is a very special episode of the podcast.
Oh, it is.
Where our two shows, Cadeau and Janko Snacktime and Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at lunch, Burger Edition, are converging.
And why is that?
I didn't like the idea of the spin-off podcast overtaking the main podcast in episode numbers. It was coming out twice a week, so they slammed together for one big last snack time. We'll probably have more snack times, but they'll be less frequent in the future.
Yeah.
And we are combining both ideas by having snack burgers. What is that, you might ask? So we got 5 different fast food burgers, just value menu items. Items that cost, $2.50 or less? $3 or less?
Oh, definitely $3 or less? Roughly
right around $2.50 each. These are the types of burgers you'd get if you just want to have a snack, not a whole meal, just a little burger, just a little snack. So we've got 5 different fast food burgers here. We're going to eat them. We're going to share our thoughts with you, and then we will rank them to let you know if you just want a little snack burger, which one you should get.
Yeah. And as a little added treat to this episode, what have we got for the listeners afterwards?
Well, that's right. This is Matthew's idea. I think it's an interesting idea. As a follow-up, Matthew and I, for the second half of this show, we watched a little movie called Good Burger, and we're going to share with you our thoughts. Matthew took copious amounts of notes upon the movie, and we're going to talk about the Keenan and Kel's Nickelodeon-produced classic. I think it was snubbed for an Oscar that year, 1997. And we're going to go into depth on Good Burger. But first, snack burgers. I decided it would be fair of us to try these burgers in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
just to give you, just to be fair. We don't want to start off with anything unfair. So we have 5 burgers in front of us. Let's have at it. Matthew, do you have any preconceived notions on A&W's value menu burger?
I don't. I don't think I've ever had their value menu burger, so it's time now.
Did some fall in your pants right away? Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's going to happen. We didn't bring any napkins, but we do have the wrappers. You can hold this wrapper underneath your mouth.
Why don't you take a bite of that?
Yeah, I will.
Well, it's a little spicier than I thought. Is that normal? That's like I guess that's normal for A&W. I don't normally get such a small burger where I can really taste what's going on in that patty, and they got a bit of that spice. That spice I add onto the fries or the onion rings.
Yeah,
that's what I'm tasting now.
That like paprika or something. A little bit of that. I mean, there's onions in here, some cheese, mayonnaise, a little bit of ketchup. I don't think there's any mustard.
No, definitely see that mayonnaise. It's a pretty good burger.
Not bad. And I just want to be clear. We're sharing these burgers. We're having half burger each.
Yes, don't. Sorry about that. Don't think we're being gluttons here. We're not having 5 burgers. That would be possible because they're small.
Because they are just snack burgers. I'm gonna write down my ratings as we go.
Yeah.
So that I don't forget them. Matthew, I hope you don't peek.
I won't, but I will need to borrow your pen.
Sure, we'll share the pen. That's not a problem. Don't peek.
I'm not peeking. Now, are we rating these on a snack scale or a burger scale?
Oh, it's on a snack scale. It's on the 1 to 5 scale, not the full 10 scale. Because these are just burger snacks. We're not treating them There's proper burgers. You know, this Wendy's dollar value menu will not change the score we had already given to Wendy's.
It won't affect past scores, and it will not affect future scores.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
You know, it was a decent patty. The size wasn't huge, but it's just a value menu burger.
Yeah.
It was a good patty. The bun was fine. The amount of onions in there, they were like cooked onions, like caramelized onions. But it's quite a few of them in there, and really gives it a little extra something for a value menu item. I was pretty impressed with that burger.
Yeah, as was I. I mean, the burger itself.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever had them in the mamas and the papas and the uncle burgers. You know? But this burger, as a value burger, probably one of the better ones I've had. And I know we're gonna put it to the test because I'm gonna try 4 other ones. But let's see how that ranks.
So let's get into it. Next up is Burger King. I got, I think I cut it pretty evenly down the middle.
Yeah.
I think this side has a little more lettuce and tomato. I feel like you wouldn't want that, so I'm going to take this side, be able to consider it for you.
No, now you take the first bite.
Okay.
Now I'm going to, while you're taking that bite, I want to let everyone know that I'm eating these burgers as is. We each took turns ordering these burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I did not order tomatoes and whatnot on mine. But if Sebastian ordered tomatoes, I figured I'm going to eat it with a tomato.
Well, you know what? They didn't ask me what I wanted on it. I just asked for a Junior Whopper,
All right.
the way they make it, or a Whopper Junior, whatever. And this is a Whopper Junior as they make it. We've got pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, there's some mayonnaise, some cheese. They did ask if I wanted cheese. I said, yeah, sure, because it was still such a cheap burger to begin with that the added cheese kept us under a $3 price point.
Yep. I'm worried the tomato is going to affect my score, but I'm going to go
It
for
might,
it.
but I feel like that's fine to factor in because Matthew scores the way Matthew scores. Skidoo and Janko. Wednesdays at lunch. Snack Burger Edition. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this first bite. I've generally been a fan of Burger King. I like their patties. I like the amount of mayonnaise they put on things, which sounds kind of gross in a way. Matthew's pulling the tomato and lettuce out of his burger. And so far, with that first bite I took, I'm pretty satisfied. Matthew's just gobbling this burger down. I think he really likes it.
Well, once you start, it's very difficult to stop, especially when you've massacred it the way I just did.
Yeah, well, not that bad. You ripped out the tomato bit, and some pickle came along with it.
Yeah, but I would have liked to keep the pickle in. I took one bite with the tomato. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible. But I know I'm not going to enjoy it on the same level as if I took that tomato out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of freshness, adds a little bit of, I don't know what, but it's still not for me. I'll try again in another 5 years.
Tomatoes every 5 years, give it a go?
Yeah, I feel I owe it to my body. Who knows when my taste buds will change and my, just like I'm going to get you to have some shepherd's pie pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because I've had shepherd's pie again recently. And I still don't like it, with the exception of maybe one person shepherd's pie that they made. I was like, no, that's pretty okay. I might even have seconds.
Ooh.
I mean, it was a small portion each time, just because I wanted to play it safe. Because the time before that, I had shepherd's pie. I was gagging. I didn't want to take a huge amount and then vomit it up in his home.
Oh, that's black and white. Burger King? That's not bad. Not bad. I want to reserve some of my comments about that one.
What does that mean?
I'm going to write down my little score here.
Okay. I mean, I thought that was a pretty decent one, to be entirely honest.
Yeah.
As far as cheap burgers, I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of the Whopper as far as fast food burgers goes.
Yeah.
Generally, I like Wendy's better. We'll see when we get around to Wendy's here in their value menu item. But the Whopper is one of my favorite burgers. Definitely in the world of fast food, it's right up there, right at the top. King of burgers, right? Burger King. And even the Junior Whopper, Just a Prince, but pretty delicious. I think very comparable to the Whopper, just smaller really. The patty isn't as meaty as thick, but it's not as much of a Whopper of a patty. But I quite liked it.
Yeah. I didn't mind this one. I know it sounds like I don't like it, but the spiciness of the one earlier, I wasn't missing that when I was eating this, and now I'm torn because I don't know what I like more in a snack. I know what I like in a burger, but as a snack, a little bit of something.
You got to factor in both the fact that it is a snack and a burger.
It's difficult to do, Sebastian.
All right. Well, while you're wrestling with your feelings, your emotions, how you truly feel about these burgers, we're going to move on to our next burger in the lineup, which is a Harvey's burger. Harvey's a Canadian chain, where they say your hamburger is a beautiful thing. You custom dress your burger as you like it, sort of like a Subway situation. Matthew custom dressed this one. He's checking. Was there tomato? Is there lettuce?
Making sure he didn't slip one in there, but no.
And they don't have shredded lettuce available. They have pieces of lettuce, and so Matthew opted out of the lettuce. So what do we have in here, Matthew? You dressed it.
We got ketchup, mustard, onion.
Even the pickles you jumped past because they were long pieces of pickle, not those little circles that you like.
Snacks should be flat. Not for everything, but for a burger, not as flat as a Dick Ann's burger. And at this point, that we've left it out because we're at the H's.
That's true. There was some discussion about getting a Dick Ann's burger for this, but we decided to leave Dick Ann's out because it's not as readily available. The idea is, you're driving somewhere, you're driving home, you're driving somewhere, and you just want to get a little bite to eat. These are all the main fast food chains. So as far as a value menu on a main fast food chain, Dick Ann's, if it's late at night and I just want to grab a burger, you're probably not open.
And if it's a Monday,
you're definitely not open. So Dick Ann's didn't make the cut on this one. Matthew, you want to start off with this Harvey's burger?
Yeah, I'll dig into it.
So you've really been just staring at it, looking at it from different
beautiful
angles, twisting it around.
Yeah, I really have. It's a work of art. I built it myself. So
well, you didn't. You directed it, basically.
Well,
there was an artist, and you curated this burger, if you will. Oh, the onions sound crunchy. I'm pretty excited. As I've mentioned already, big fan of onions.
I made this burger just the same as Brian Robbins made the Good Burger movie.
Was that the director of Good Burger?
It is. You may have heard of him.
I have not, and I doubt I ever will again. I somehow don't expect his film career to take off 19 years after Good Burger.
You never know. The 20th anniversary is coming up, Sebastian. You know what that does? Turns movies that you never would have thought into a franchise. They're going to make 3, 4. It's going to be a saga, Sebastian.
I can't wait for the rest of the Good Burger trilogy to come to fruition. Initial thoughts on Harvey's before we get into this burger itself.
Harvey's, it's always been more of like to me, the place your dad wants to go. Because he wants a good burger. He wants a real burger.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, you just want to go to McDonald's. I want to go to McDonald's. I want the little Hercules toys. I just want to have fun. I don't care about the quality of meat. But you think that maybe when you get older, you're going to want a burger like your dad wanted. Your dad always wanted to go to Harvey's. My dad, at least. Now,
well, they have a flaming grill. They do it on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And you get dressed exactly the way you want. You get to watch exactly how they're preparing it for you. There's a certain level of quality control when you oversee the creation of your burger.
Well, it's kind of like a Subway or any of these build-your-own sandwiches places. But yeah, I have to say I don't always want to stand there and
micromanage your burger.
I want, come on, it's your job. You've been doing this for however many years. Just make the burger.
Make it a good one.
Don't ask me, is this too much? Is this too little? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Maybe when they don't, I want them to. It's too much. I don't